So, still factorising quadratics. We've looked at different types so far. And the whole aim of this is to build you up a bank of different ways you can factorise a quadratic. We're spending a lot of time here on these factorising quadratics because if you can factorise anything, then you can solve anything, and then you can form and solve anything to do with a quadratic. So yes, we're spending a while factorising, but that will mean when we go into solving and applying, you'll have every single skill that you need to be able to do that. So I want you to bring together a little bit of what you've done. So we've looked at common factors to helping us start to factorize. We've looked at the difference of two squares to enable us to factorize. And then we looked at perfect squares to enable us to factorize. So the second half of today is you looking at all three of these things initially in the surf task, and then a fourth one in the SAW or some of the SAW questions. A bit of abstract application of these three things to some slightly less common ones. So I want you to work through some of the next page or all of the next page if you're able to. I'll kind of get some feedback from you as to how far you get and if you want to use a bit of tomorrow's time to do this as well. So there's a mixture on this next slide where you can pause it, start from the start, work your way through because they're all different. And I want you to just get used to picking from this toolkit that I've tried to build up for you, and then being able to hence factorize anything that you could have a look at. Okay, so I'll just, move my little picture. So those are the questions that I'd like you to give a go there. I appreciate that's quite a lot, so we may spill this into tomorrow's lesson as well. Give me a little bit of feedback on how you go with those, and we'll see what we need. Okay, so pause it now. Give yourself a go at those, working through them, and then answers. Come back for those in a minute. Also, don't be afraid if there's one that you, or when you get onto the SAW ones, the later ones, to take a peek at the answer. You can learn a lot from getting the answer and working backwards, as long as you don't just write that down and move on. Make sure you spend some time with the answer. Oh yeah, that's how I could have got there. That's what I should have recognized. Okay, so go for it. Give those a go. Okay, answers are here. So in our Zoom on Thursday, I anticipate going through a few of these, particularly some of these SAW ones. As best as you can, try and work out why they've done what they've done, if that's a sticking point for you. And then I definitely am going to go through 44, but any other requests, please comment them on this lesson's post in the classroom, because then other people will see that you've requested those and they won't repeat that. They can just add to it if needed. Okay.